I've done the initial texturing to the sides of the face and head and the back of the neck. I have yet to do underneath the bill. I'm using my Geschwin Power Hand 3, a white ceramic tapered stone, and 1/16 inch shank. And I'm going to begin the detail underneath the head here in the lower mandible. I just want to get these lines laid in. Again, we'll come back and refine this detail, establishing feather flow. Tried zooming in this time on this video, and I'm hoping you'll be able to see better. I did videotape when I did the rest of the head here, but I had it washed out too bright and you could not see anything that I had accomplished on the video. It's part of why I say I never know how it's going to turn out. It looks good when I do my test run, and I don't know. So it's kind of a hit or miss, and usually I do pretty good. So just want to get these lines do the same thing with wood burning. You know, I kind of lay in my feather flow burn lines, and some of them are long, but I'm going to come back and split them up and refine them. So just got to get that texture evenly laid in all over the surface. Then you can start thinking about doing your detail. Having a little hard time reaching because of the bill being in my way, just in this little area here, so I'm going to push instead of pull. That just made up for the area I couldn't get in. Sometimes I have to flip it around to see the detail. The shadow can be elusive at times. You'll note the grain lines that are being accentuated by texturing, because the hard grain line, the dark part, is harder than the wood in between it. And the texturing tool tends to right up on top of the hard grain line and fall deep into the softer wood in between. Knowing this, you can control your tool so that it doesn't go as deep and maybe goes a little bit harder on the grain line as you're dealing with it. But I usually take care of evening those things off after I've added the rest of my texture splits and done most of my detail work, because doing that is only going to accentuate grain lines again. So no sense in trying to ditch the grain lines when I'm going to be making more show in the process. So I finished my process and then go back at the very end, and same thing with wood burning. You know, wood burning will also do the same thing, because the softer wood in between burns faster and wider than the hardwood grain lines. So it's important to go back and even everything out and ditch those grain lines before you start painting. There's nothing worse than thinking you don't have any grain lines showing, and with your first stroke of paint you can see that that's not the case, and you should have spent more time trying to ditch the grain lines. Okay. I still can't get in there. Okay. That build just keeps in my way. Alright, so the initial texturing, establishing the feather flow direction and breaking the surface up, has been done. The next step that I'll be doing is coming back and taking care of all of these lines in between. Those were my pencil lines that guided me in this feather flow, establishing of the feather flow. So I'll be coming back and cleaning all of that up next.